a world where we're always looking to do the best we can. Baruch Hashem, Klal Yisrael is always trying to do as much as they can, to be as perfect as they can, as much as they can in any of their avodas Hashem. Sometimes we get into situations where we get into a rut. It comes out that we worked hard to do a certain mitzvah or to perfect ourselves in a certain midah, and we fell again, and we got up, and we fell again, and we got up. And we think to ourselves, why should we even try? It's so hard. And sometimes, unfortunately, we even can give up. But one thing that I always tell, and I like to say over, is that we are people. We're human beings. We're not malachim. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that we're not malachim, and everybody knows that even the greatest of tzaddikim in our generation will be the first to admit that they are not malachim. And therefore, anytime we're faced with a challenge where we fall, we get up, we fall, we get up, we always have to remember that everything is about trying. It's all about how much we try. We invest in trying our best, and that's what HaKadosh Baruch Hu is waiting to see. I want to tell you something. A bunch of years ago, one of the Gedolei Ador, I don't think there's anybody who hasn't heard of him. His name was Reb Chaim Kanievsky, Zecher Tzaddik Lebrocha. Anybody who walked into his house, and anybody who didn't even walk into his house, but only heard about him, knows that Reb Chaim Kanievsky, he knew Kol HaTorah Kula. He knew every single word that was written in the Torah by heart. They used to say about him that no matter what, anything you would ask him, wherever he was able to say on the spot where that source was. Rav Chaim Kanievsky, I think, hands down, was definitely the Gadol Ador. Everybody understood that and everybody knew that. I want to tell you something. One time on Rosh Chodesh, Rav Chaim Kanievsky, as usual, he would go and daven in the shul right next to his house, called the Letterman Shul. And one of my friends, a big Talmud Chacham, a Rabbi in Yerushalayim, he went to go ask him a shaila, and the Gaboyim told him, wait, afterwards everyone's going to go and accompany the Rav from the shul up to his house. And the Rav Chaim, of course, anybody who saw, he used to be flocked with tens and tens of people who wanted to ask him for a bracha or ask him a question. And they would all accompany him to that narrow staircase back into his home. And my friend, who was standing right next to him, who started to ask him a question as he was walking up the stairs, all of a sudden, Rav Chaim Kanievsky, he stopped. And he asked him, why are you stopping? And he waited. And Rav Chaim turned around to him and he said, I forgot to say Yalla V'Yova, I have to go back to shul and daven again mincha. Unbelievable. Rav Chaim Kanievsky, a human being, not a malach. Rav Chaim Kanievsky said that he had to go back because he forgot Yalla V'Yova. If Rav Chaim Kanievsky, who remembered every single word of the Torah, is able to admit, and of course, go back and return over again and say over the Shemona Esrei, because he forgot Yalla V'Yova on Rosh Chodesh, of course, who are we? We are always just trying to get to that great madrega. And we always have to remember that we're human beings, and therefore our whole avodah is about trying. HaKadosh Baruch Hu should help all of us, that we should continue, even in a case if Chas v'Shalom we feel like we're falling or we don't do our best, that we're going to try again, and we're going to try to get up, and we're going to keep going. Because b'siyata d'shmaya, we have to remember that HaKadosh Baruch Hu made us not malachim, we're human beings, and we try our best. And when you try your best, the best outcome will come out of it. Thank you all for listening, and have a great day.